Hey, what's up? Guess where I'm at? Well, not on the couch. But in the kitchen, having some snack. Well, there goes my plan of going to Starbucks. My bitch ass is still at home. But hey, it's 2:45 and I'm feeling the munchies. Well, don't get me wrong, I don't drink, smoke, drugs, and any of that stuff. But I do love me some snacks. We don't have high tea here in the U.S., so you're just gonna have to make do with whatever is in the closet, in the pantry. And I got some mini cookies, and that's the problem right there. Mini. They shouldn't use the word mini because when you had like 4 or 5 cookies, it's not mini anymore. That's 2 giant ass cookies. But anyway, again, it's Monday. It is a no punishment day, no reservations day. Do whatever you gotta do. By the way, I just spoke to a friend of mine on the phone right after I hang up with the podcast, and he asked me, "What is wrong with you and Starbucks?" Well, it is a lot of wrong, I have to admit, because you don't really need to have Starbucks 5-6 times a week because they are not cheap. But you just have to look at the bigger picture. I don't spend money on cigarettes or alcohol or anything like that, and Starbucks makes me happy. And also the reason why I like going there is because I pretty much know everyone at any of the Starbucks that I go to. And sometimes I even have my drink ready even before I got to the window, or they would call me by my first name and the drink. It does, it does make you feel good. It's not about validation. It's not about acknowledgement, and just the fact that people actually pay attention to you, even though it's their job to pay attention to you. Being in customer service and all, but the fact that they remember you is really, really nice. They see a lot of people every day passing through that drive-through window, and for them to recognize you, and it's kind of nice. I don't exactly drive a Rolls Royce, I drive a Hyundai, and that's also a plus. Some people might be like, "Man, this bitch ass drive a freaking Korean car, so I'm not gonna waste my time saying hello," but they did, so I give them credit. I gotta say, across the board, Starbucks, they're pretty good with that. They treat everyone equally. And I'm a little bit partial saying that because I used to work at Starbucks in Chicago back in year 2000 or 2003, something like that. I moved up to Chicago for a couple of years when I was deciding whether I wanted to come back or to return to Malaysia or come back to Miami. And I'm still here. This is pretty much my kampong. And kampong in my language means village. This is home. I'm proud to say that I'm an American and also a Malaysian at the same time. I love both countries equally. And yeah. So right now I'm kind of stuck, not doing anything still other than snacking on my probably the 5th and the 6th mini cookies, which equals to about 3 big ass giant cookies. But you know what? It's only 3 o'clock. Maybe I'll just run to the gym in my Nikes, In my Nikes, my champion socks, and Asics shorts. And screw the world. They can think whatever they want. Well, I'm saying that now because I really don't have the quote-unquote uniform that I was talking about earlier. I kind of have anything and everything. So that's another thing I'm going to do. Just try to hold on to the Nikes and also the Adidas. And say bye-bye and part ways with Puma and Champion and Asics. They're all good stuff. It doesn't really matter. They're all made from the same material anyway. And they all came from either China or Vietnam. So it doesn't really matter. It's just a brand. But keeping this just for the sake of future purchases where I don't have to go to the store and just again buy them online. yeah, that's it. And also, I have to figure out about my camera, and maybe I'll post it on my podcast down the road. If nobody wants to buy it, maybe I'll just give it out or something. Or if somebody wants to offer something, that would be great. I spend, when you spend quite a lot of money on those items, it's very difficult for you to kind of say goodbye, because money don't grow on trees. In my case, I mean, in general, they don't grow on trees. If that's the case, then everybody be living in the jungle. But but I have to get rid of it. I already got rid of my iPad Mini, and I had two iPad Mini. Who has two iPad Minis? And again, the stupid excuse of I need one for work and one for home. You don't need that stuff. Like I said, I bust my ass at work. It's not like somebody handing me over money left and right. I get money for free. And maybe if you guys support me on this podcast, maybe I'll made a few bucks. Maybe I'll go to Starbucks every day now instead of 5 or 6 times a week. That makes me happy. So, I would be very, very grateful if that's the case. But anyway, yeah, I think I'm gonna drop my stuff in the laundry, get that done. I already got the water running, so at least I get that going. So I always, me personally, constantly need that push. And just sitting down saying I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, it's not going to happen. So I need to get up and get something going. If the wash is running, so something got to go in there. And, I put stuff in there, then I can run out, and get my Starbucks and do my thing. But, yeah, again, this is just a quick rant about Starbucks and about shopping and about stuff of that nature. I'm basically talking about my weaknesses and my problems. So I hope you guys not going to tune out the next time around if I'm going to keep talking about all my problems in the world. But hey, I'm trying to make myself better, and hopefully by speaking out loud, that would help me, and it would help some people out there who's pretty much in the same boat. Because whether we want to admit it or not, a lot of us do have the same problems. It's just we don't want to recognize it and try to correct that. Because it is a disease. When you in my case, every time I get a paycheck, I gotta go buy a T-shirt. That's a disease. I need to shake that off. I'm pretty good as far as buying T-shirts. No more T-shirts, no more jeans. Once you already have a dozen pair of jeans, I think that's pretty much enough. Same thing with shorts. You don't need to go out and buy more. Even right now, I probably have about 6 khaki shorts, and all my jeans are blue. So 2 or 3 pairs, a good one is enough. But a lot of those stuff actually I bought on eBay and bought on Amazon. So I don't mind buying used stuff. I don't have a problem with that. It's just that you have to go through the wash maybe 3 or 4 times in hot water. But hey, when you pay only a quarter of what you would pay buying brand new, why not? Nobody gonna ask you when you go out. It'd be like, how much you pay for that secondhand. Nobody gonna ask you that stuff. Even if they did, you'd be like, dude, bye, see you later. You know what I mean? You don't judge people by the clothes that they wear. It's just how you interact with them. You respond. What do you call that? How to say this? Socially, you kind of pick and choose who you want to spend time with. If your friend, quote-unquote friend, made a comment about, oh, you're wearing secondhand clothes, or you're sloppy and this and that, it's just not worth it, Friendship is not about the package. It's about how they treat you and how they respond to you, and about how say this, they encourage you, and at the same time also they're very honest with you, honest and forthcoming in more ways than one. When you do good things, when you do bad things, and you have to take things with a grain of salt. When they made a comment about something, that's what friends are about. It's not about saying yes to anything and everything. I mean, even when you're, bitching about something, you can expect them. You can't expect them to agree with you, because sometimes you need somebody to smack you in the head and tell you, hey, dude, your way of thinking is wrong, or the way you're going about things is wrong. Sometimes you need somebody to keep you in check. We humans sometimes believe that we are always right and other people are wrong. I've done my share of mistakes where I thought, I was right, you're wrong. And then soon after I realized, oh crap, he made a good point, and I was wrong. And part of growing up, part about realizing that we are humans. We are not correct all the time. Sometimes you're wrong, sometimes we are right. But ultimately, you have to take responsibility and accountability in anything that you say or do. I really hope my friends would understand that. Like, sometimes, you say stuff that you don't mean, or because sometimes we just don't think, you just shoot your mouth and you just realize, like, damn, I must have hurt my friend's feeling or whatever. But the point is, there's always a remedy for that. Just be the bigger person and apologize and whatever. Something happens at work. As a matter of fact, that popped up, why that came about into the conversation. And I have to say, I love all my friends at work. Everyone, every single one of them. I mean, I don't get along with all of them, 100% of them, but we have respect for each other. The ones that I don't really want to engage with, then I would just hi and bye, how are you, have a nice day, and that would be the vocabulary, the extent of it, and you kind of move on. You don't stick around for gossip, but you don't stick around for any whining and bitching and stuff like that. It just doesn't do any good. It weighs you down. But also you have to remind yourself, we are human beings. We have emotions, and sometimes you do need to express yourself. You need to let it out. Do it, but not so much in a whiny way. Is just make a comment or share your thoughts or share your feelings or share your emotions, and kind of go from there. The thing that I've learned recently, the past few months, is the phrase, it is what it is. Ultimately you have a choice whether you want to entertain it or you want to move on from it, or entertain it but just move on. But don't stick around, or don't elaborate, or don't digest it, or don't let it influence your day or have any effect on your day, because your day is precious. Don't let nobody control how you feel. When you start feeling bad and stuff like that, and sometimes you can't help it. Again, we're human beings. We're such delicate flowers. You know what I mean? It's like, you say, no, I'm strong. I can take this. Bring it on. But the end of the day, you're gonna feel something. Some days you feel good. Some days you feel bad. Some days you feel hurt. Again, ultimately, you are the only one that can help yourself to get out from that situation, and whatever. And sometimes you can find a solution right away, and sometimes it takes time, or you just have to let it slide, or let it dissipate. You know what I mean? In my case, back in the day, again, I would go out. If I had a bad day, I would go out and buy something. Well, that's the worst thing you can do. Not only you feel like shit, and then you what do you call that? Thinning your bank account, buying stuff you don't need. So what I do now is, at least I go to Starbucks and I'm okay. My remedy is pretty easy. If I have a bad day and somebody say, you want to go to Starbucks? Sure, why not? Let's go. But Starbucks, it's, to me, is almost crap. What's the word? I reward myself when I had a good day. Damn, boy. Excuse me. No, I ain't got no COVID. I'm okay. It just sometimes I think because I'm speaking from a chest voice, if you want to call it. Um, I don't know anything. Well, that's another thing. I don't know anything about throat voice, chest voice, and stomach voice. That's something I learned recently. I have to find my voice. Hmm. Somehow, for some reason, I'm toning my voice down, trying to sound sexy, but I don't think you want to hear that. Um, if you haven't had lunch, you probably can lose your appetite. But anyway, let me continue on ramble for a couple more minutes, and I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm sure you got better things to do than listening to myself just yapping away and talking about Starbucks and food and playing Oprah and Dr. Phil. So I'll put a cap on that. But yeah, you guys do follow me on Facebook, AidenZeo305, especially those in Malaysia, or TikTok. I posted a whole bunch of videos on TikTok, and you guys can drop me a message there as well. Once I know that there are people listening out there, then I'll be a little bit more serious about doing this podcast. As of now, I'm just like, in between farts and peas and the other one, doing this podcast just to fill up time and feel trying to get that flow. Yeah, there you go. Another roadblock here. I think I'm pretty much done. I don't think I have anything else to talk about other than my cats because they are around me, so I can talk about them the whole day. I don't think you guys want to hear about my cats, but yeah, I'll get back online and talk some more. I think I'm getting a hang of this because let me see, how long have I been yapping? 27 minutes. Wow, that's incredible. The first time was in a minute and a half. Second time was 2.5 minutes. The third one, I believe, was 9 minutes. And I think the last one was about half an hour. And this one is at 27 minutes and 20 seconds. So I'm just going to keep on ramble until it's exactly at 30 minutes. So, next time you guys know after the first 15 minutes, if I'm just rambling with no direction or you guys get tired of my voice, then you guys can hang up. You know what I mean? You know what's going to come next after 15 minutes. Then I'll be just talking mumbo jumbo. Unless you got nothing to do and, you just want to kill time. Well, maybe, hopefully, my podcast will help you fall asleep. Ooh, actually, that's another idea. One of my Malaysian friends actually called me up on WhatsApp the other day and said, maybe you should do a podcast to help people having trouble sleeping. Well, I haven't heard my voice yet on this podcast, and I've already published probably about 6 or 7. Because I'm scared of listening to myself. Once this is done, I press publish right away, and maybe I don't know next week. Well, I told myself after the 12th podcast, I will listen to myself. Hopefully, with that amount of podcasts, I could see the progress. If I'm the second one is better than the first one, the 10th one is better than the first one, or the 10th one is worse than the first one. Whether I'm going in the right direction or I'm going backwards. You know what I mean? If I'm running backwards, then I'm just going to have to do something about it. Maybe I'll just smack myself or I don't know. Go see a shrink or something. I don't know. But, well, that's it. I think I'm done here. So, you guys, I hope you guys are having a good day. I hope you guys show some love, show some support, and I just want to apologize ahead of time if I said something to somebody's feelings or if I said some bad words. I apologize for that. It's all done in jest. I'm just, like I said, I'll chew up this process and hopefully my English gets better, from 5th grade to maybe 6th grade. And also, I would refrain myself and have a better control of using bad languages or whatnot. And I don't think pee and poop is bad. We all do that. So maybe I'll change it. I'll call it number one and number two. How about that? So anyway, I'm done. You guys have a good day. Maybe I'll come back later if you want to hear some more. All right? All right, catch up later. Bye-bye.